Hello and welcome to a new video. Today I'm riding the Honda Navi, and camera wise I stuck with just the GoPro Hero 10. I know in some of the videos I've recorded recently I had an Insta360 1-inch sensor 360 camera, but didn't feel like using that today. Or I'll take multiple cameras. This time it's just the single GoPro, because my helmet has a mount for a GoPro on it, and the GoPro, not in any type of case, just connected to it. It's pretty light. The Insta360 1-inch camera, the 1-inch 360 camera, is pretty heavy, so you do feel it on your head a little bit. I didn't feel like bringing the extra cameras to have to sync up and everything, so. So my plan is to go today, so if you're in the Louisville, Kentucky area, there is, in the Crescent Hill neighborhood, it was very common, there was a street where people would have a lot of really intricate, interesting, impressive Halloween decorations. And I don't know if they're doing it this year or not, but I figure I'd ride by and check it out. Because I know in past years there was COVID one year that they shut it down, and then there was also people stealing stuff, unfortunately, out of people's yards, which is always a bummer. So I was going to just ride through and see if they're doing it this year. I mean, probably could have tried to dig on Facebook to find it, but I rarely use Facebook these days. Mostly, I use Instagram if I'm going to post anything. And then I obviously watch stuff on YouTube, and some of my friends and I have like a Slack channel where we discuss stuff, but a lot of social media has become very toxic. No point in doing stuff continually that isn't fun, or that requires arguing with people. And the Honda Navi has 904 miles on it. And it's a relatively nice day. I mean, it's a beautiful day. Temperatures in the low 60s, so just walking around is great. On the bike it's a little bit chillier, so I'm wearing a little bit different jacket that's a little bit thicker today. It was the first time I think I've had to use the choke to get the bike to start, because if you're used to fuel injected bikes or electric bikes or whatever, you do have to occasionally use the choke to get it to start, usually when it's cooler mornings or cooler days. This isn't a morning, but I was sitting in my garage in the shade, so it was a little bit chillier than just sitting out in the sun. I had to use the choke to get it to start. I mean, it's no big deal. That's what you had to do on bikes forever before fuel injection. It does have an electric starter, at least. There is a Kickstarter, and I actually haven't used the Kickstarter on this yet, but it exists if needed. And this is in the Hillcrest, or not Hillcrest, I think it's Hillcrest Street or Avenue. It's off Frankfort Avenue. It's in the Crescent Hill neighborhood. And Frankfort Avenue's had a bit of construction going on, so this might be a little bit messy up here. It is always enjoyable to me to ride through when houses have a lot of holiday decorations. Obviously, Halloween decorations are best seen at nighttime when they're all lit up, and just to help with the ambiance of being spooky. But these action cameras like the GoPro, they don't do so hot and low light at nighttime in the dark, so I'm going during the day. And also I don't want to go at night when it's even colder. Not that I don't ride when it's cold. I've gone on snow rides and stuff. It's just if I have the choice. Let's see, so there's some cool ghosts and ghoulies. Hopefully, I'm not going too slow for anybody. There's nobody behind me, luckily. There's a lot going on here. A cool classic car. Maybe this is a ride that would have benefited from taking the 360 camera. It's just putting the Insta360 1-inch camera on the helmet mount makes the helmet a bit heavier. Oh, there's a big ghost. A big ghost ghoul. And you don't, it doesn't seem like it would be, but an extra half pound on your head can be quite a difference. So if I can get through here, I think what I'll do is I'll go, I believe this is Brownsboro Road. I'll go up Brownsboro Road and cut through the neighborhood known as Indian Hills that takes me back down by the Ohio River and River Road. So I'm going to go through there to get back to River Road, and that way, and probably end the video there. But yeah, so there were some cool decorations out. I assume it looks cool at nighttime when stuff's lit up. Hopefully it's not too windy. Hopefully this view is okay. Don't love doing this. Stopping on the road. All right. And hopefully the GoPro angle is not annoying. It's on the top of my helmet versus like on the chin mount or a chest guard or a chest mount. Just with this helmet, it's easy to use because it's just built into the helmet. I don't have to bring extra equipment with me. This is a nice neighborhood with a lot of big, expensive looking houses. And since the Navi doesn't have the highest top speed, neighborhoods that, you know, have pretty well enforced top speeds are nice. This is not a speed demon whatsoever, so I've actually come through here on bike rides a bit, and had fun with that, because it's nice scenery, and the way you get here too, because I have the e-bikes that I go on rides on, and you know, they're not, oh look, this house has 2 big skeletons and a witch. Those big 12-foot tall skeletons are pretty cool. But I've come through here on e-bikes where they don't have, you know, they're even slower than this Navi. They can't do, you know, 35 miles per hour to keep up with traffic, and they're slower than that. So this is a nice place to ride through, because the lower speed limits that seem to be pretty well enforced means you don't have people breathing down your neck trying to run you over. And I'm not going through all these side roads and what have you, but and it's, you know, the beginning of fall. I'm recording this on October 8th. So, you know, it's fall now. The weather is definitely feeling like fall, but the colors of all the leaves have not changed yet. Some of them are starting to. There's some more orange and yellow, but a lot of it's still green. There's a nice red tree. It's nice and pretty. And you'll frequently, if you ride through here, see deer. I saw, the last time I came through here on a bike ride, I saw turkeys. And this is just taking us back up to River Road by the Ohio River. And they have those speed signs along the road that recommend doing 25 miles per hour and all that stuff. So that's another thing where I say, if you're on a bike, people are a little bit more accommodating of bike speeds. I mean, now the negative side is that the road has the double lines, and most of it's pretty curvy, so even if it didn't, you wouldn't necessarily want to try to pass somebody going into a blind turn. But I'm sure that bike groups go through here on the weekends. Well, this car behind me is not too happy. Get off my butt, man. Now that's where having a 360 camera might be useful. So you can get both angles. Well, you guys broke the law on camera, buddy. Nothing, anything will happen, and not that, you know, I have not ever not completely stopped at a stop sign or something, but I mean, the speed limit's 25. It's doing 30. And he still was riding up behind me. So I want to sound country, riding up behind me. So now we're at River Road. I'll stop through this one little park before I end and wrap things up. This light can take a while. It's nice being in the sun again. Just provides a little bit of extra warmth. And I might skip ahead a little bit in the video because this light can take a while. Okay, finally changed, just after waiting for forever. Alright, so on the right side, that's Cox's Park. There's picnic areas and boat launch ramp and all that stuff. But I'm going to go to the park over here on the left. Which is the Thurman-Hutchins Park. Thurman-Hutchins Park. This is a park I actually hadn't really been to too much until I got this and started going for rides down in this area. They have baseball fields, so obviously if you have kids that play, sports, or if you're in different leagues yourself, they have, baseball fields out here. Then they have, this big field area. I guess there's practice for soccer, and there's like play areas for kids. And then there's this walking path that goes through here. It looks pretty nice. Goes up to there's a little pond. Because I think there's a little dock or pier that goes out over the pond you can walk on, but I don't know if that's something I can easily get to without having to walk a bunch. And this being a motorcycle, I don't actually want to just take this on the path. Let's see. Well, I guess I can just park over here for real quick. Go over here on this yeah, so before I end this, I'll walk out over here on this overlook this little pond. Yeah, so that was going to Frankfort Avenue, going through the Hillcrest area to go see the Halloween decorations, going on Brownsboro Road, going through Indian Hills, coming out to River Road, and then going to this Thurman-Hitchins Park, or Thurman-Hutchins Park. There's this little nice area you can come out here and look over the pond. So yeah, it's a pretty nice little area. Yeah, so that'll wrap up this ride. Until next time.